come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Get ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
13?
Yep. Come, get up, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
That whole area of the Levant, down in the Arabian desert, that's pretty much that's the area of the Lord's wine press for all those armies. He's causing all those conflicts over there, keeping them at odds, fighting each other, just so that he can have them all where he wants them when he returns, so he can smoke them all in one setting, one area.
Second Ezra 13 chapter.
Second Ezra 13. Okay. And they're going to be in the midst of, fighting amongst each other. And then when Yahushua come and invade, they're going to turn, and then they're going to briefly try to fight the Lord. We know how that's going to turn out.
Get their ass whooped.
Did we mention this earlier, verse 15? The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. That
cloud.
Yeah, what did he call it though? That radiation cloud.
Oh, where the scripture says scroll.
Cloud.
I like when it says it's like a tree, a fig tree that is shaking. Talking about it says a star, falling like stars from heaven. The missiles coming down on this place. Man.
Let's see. The Lord shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel.
Yep.
And so shall ye know that I am the Lord, Yahweh, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain, government, right? Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no stranger pass through her anymore. Showing you that's a future prophecy of the kingdom of heaven at that point. After the destruction,
you got strangers in there right now.
Yeah.
They're in the land right now.
They only
The
show
fall
up to
in
drop off some shit.
the fall in our land. It tells you in the next chapter, Joel 3, because the nation's part of this land, so the Lord's he's gonna cause that war amongst them, because ultimately he's gonna jack their asses up so that the real inhabitants of that land can return to it.
He's gonna put us in the land.
He's gonna put us there.
Return us to the land. We not gonna get on boats or get on planes and go over there ourselves.
He's turning with the Lord causing these nations to fight and all this destruction. That's part of the Lord turning back our captivity. Because now that they're fighting, we're no longer captive.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna be fighting with these nations? But yeah, you Negroes and Hispanics and natives, y'all need to, where's your chip at?
Right.
You think they're gonna be worrying about any of that stuff when there's an all-out nuclear war?
They said a coming threat. I think that's what Reagan said.
It's gonna be an EMP. None of that shit gonna work anyway.
Damn.
So there's like those chains is gonna be immediately broken off.
Yeah.
We're gonna be immediately freed when this event takes place.
The problem was, when the judgment comes, the intent you had. You intended to join onto that beast, so you still got to catch that judgment.
That's the image. Worship the
Yeah.
image.
Yep.
So just because I don't want nobody trying to twist it up and be like, well, see, my chip ain't gonna work, so I can. No, you took that money.
Yeah.
The Lord's gonna judge your intent that you took that money. You just stay patient with him.
It's gonna be niggas that take the chip today, and the Lord come tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where like you was that impatient. You waited all this time. You took it. Whoever pressured you, your woman, whatever, and then the Lord show up the next day, and like, yeah, what's up? what's that you got in your hand, man? You stuck, nigga. There's gonna be a lot of niggas, a lot of people in Israelites. that's gonna happen to. Where they lost faith. You all the way to the hour of temptation. Right before we don't know when the Lord's coming back, but that's gonna happen. There's a lot of jakes there where they take it and the Lord come back the next day in the midst of Armageddon and all this shit.
You done damn near made it through.
Made it through. You done damn near crossed the finish line in Jacob's trouble. And you know what I mean? You niggas lose faith, man.
Never destined to make it anyway.
Right.
Separate the sheep from the goats.
Lord is cold.
Yeah.
What you got?
I had a 7 minutes. That's like Sirach 2, 14, just like you said.
Hold that right quick. Hold that right. Oh, no, you go ahead. Yeah.
It's Sirach 2 and 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Yep.
And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you?
Yeah. I had something back on.
Yeah.
Luke 18 and 8. I tell you that he will avenge them. I'll start at 7. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? And it says that because it's going to be a lot of shit going on before the Lord makes his return. You know, and your faith has to be on 100. You can't be, wishy-washy about nothing when the Lord comes, because there's going to be a lot of there's going to be people that's not going to be able to eat. You're not going to be able to walk down the street safely. You're not going to be able to leave your house if you still have one. You know, it's going to be, your faith is going to be tested at all angles, on all levels. That's why the Lord said, "Will I find faith? Are you still going to be faithful when I return, or are you going to go back? Are you going to, give in finally? Finally give in to the devil. The devil's been pressuring you for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Your family been pressuring you, your job, or whatever it may be, society as a whole. You've been on the outside looking in. Are you finally going to give in, or are you going to be faithful?
We're gonna face persecution.
Yeah. That's one thing that Jake ain't really. A lot of niggas in the world, they want to be liked by everyone. They want to be cool with everyone, and niggas don't want to take that persecution, like where people look at you in disdain and disgust, and people will bore you. Jake is like, nah, man, I want to be cool with everybody. Nah, fuck these people, man. If they not down with this truth, if they not calling on you, how about you? I'm trying to hell with Jake, man.
Especially when you're wrongfully accused.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes when we're being accused of something we didn't do, we tend to like lash out, like, nah, what the fuck? I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Try to fight our case, plead our case, and if this time we're gonna be wrongfully accused.
Yeah.
But we gotta remain in the spirit of being sober, being faithful, prayer, not growing weary, not fearing. That's the spirit that the elect are going to be in. While people that claim that they were down for the Lord, when the tribulation, when the trials, when the persecution arise, they're going to be they're going to fold. They're not they're not going to be one. They're not going to be numbered. They're not going to be want to be numbered with the transgressors. They're going to pull out like, nah. You know what? I didn't sign up for this, man.
The scriptures say, if thou faint in the day of adversity,
That's
thou
true.
faint.
That's the spirit right there. Yeah, Proverbs 24:10. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, "If you fail under pressure, your strength is too small."
Say it again, bro. Read it again.
It says, "If you fail under pressure, your strength is too small."
Yeah, under pressure.
That sounds like the NLT, huh?
That's the NLT. The DBY translation says, "If thou losest courage in the day of trouble, thy strength is small." YLT, it says, "Thou hast shewed thyself weak in a day of adversity." They don't even go down Las Vegas Boulevard no more. They just want to come up 7th Street now.
It's all up and down Las Vegas.
We was over there, right? But it says it's like in the YLT. It says, "Thou hast shewed thyself weak in a day of adversity. Straightened is thy power."
Maybe 2 hours.
still got you.
NET, if you faint in the day of trouble, your strength is small.
36.
NASB 95, if you are slack in the day of distress, your strength is limited.
And that's your, like I was gonna say, that's your spiritual strength, man. That's your confidence, you know, in the Lord. You had no confidence to begin with.
It's just
You
not
know?
charging the phone.
It was cool.
Too hot.
It was cool to call yourself an Israelite when
Burgers and fringes.
When you was marching and
Exactly.
all of that shit, and you had your cadence, and you know,
it was 5,000 of y'all
Yeah.
singing on Kansas City or whatever.
but when you're under now Esau's putting you on his medium and painting you as the enemy.
Really,
What about now? You know?
I got a precept. So James 2:18. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
Let me hit this one real quick.
Somebody can say they can have faith, but they got to be tested.
Yep.
You know? Then the works will be displayed.
you got it? You got something?
Yeah, I do. Let me just find it. I'm going straight to the point. That's why. 19. This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 19. It says, no, that's not the swing. No, that's it.
I think the phone is too high.
Yes, 19 says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, when then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away which is sown in his heart. This is he that receives seed by the wayside, but he that receives seed into stony places, the same as he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it. This is those guys now, right? It says, yet he have not root in himself, don't have that faith
Yours right here.
that produced the works, right?
That's
For a while, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation and persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful. And that goes into that last minute you was talking about, when somebody be like, man, I gotta go have some fake meat, bro. I just gotta eat, bro. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
Lord show up tomorrow.
If you fall under any of those foundations and not on the good ground, it's more than likely it's the best chance you're gonna take that seed.
Yep.
Whether you fall by stony ground or by thorns,
Yep.
you're gonna take the seed, because one's dealing with adversity. You know, you getting offended because of persecution or trouble, tribulation, temptation. Then the others, you got the cares of this world.
On the wayside also.
The wayside, you know, you just don't
Yeah, you just
understand.
don't get it, yeah.
Well, you know what? All three of those.
Yep.
You don't understand, then you don't understand what the MOTV is. Then.
Yep.
Mm.
Satan took away that out of your mind. You probably listened to another group that said, "Nah, it ain't talking
It's
about
just
that.
sin, bro. Don't worry about it.
It's just sin. Just don't sin, brother, and you'll be all right." You know.
Put a chip in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
King David had the MOTV.
right.
Right? King Solomon, yeah. That nigga Johanna said, I'ma take it and you gonna take it if you wanna eat.
Hey, what's crazy? You know what's crazy
Did that
about
nigga
it?
say that?
You did say that.
Yeah, okay.
You know what's crazy about that? When I heard him say it, know what I thought? He right. Talking to his people that follow
Oh, yeah.
him. They are. That's who he was talking. He wasn't talking to who we teach for, to the elect. He's talking to the people that's gonna fail in that day.
and like where it says in that parable, there cometh the wicked one,
Yep.
take away what is sown in his heart. That wicked one can represent these false prophets.
Yep.
That take away your understanding.
Yep.
The real prophet trying to give you the true understanding. His job
It's
is
not
to
microchip.
take away
Yeah,
that
to uproot
understanding. Is to uproot that understanding from you. And that's them seducing spirits. That's them false prophets with the lying spirit.
People with itching ears.
Like you got the council, those left-hand angels that say, "I'll be a lying spirit in the mouth of his prophets." So they can play a role as that wicked one to take away what is sown in your heart. So if you fall by the wayside.